Hey, good afternoon. My name is Tim Wiedemann. I'm a captain with the Arizona Highway Patrol here in Tucson. I'm a district commander for the Highway Patrol units. Today at approximately 1:39 in the afternoon, eastbound Interstate 10 at the Tangerine exit, we had a two-vehicle collision that occurred. Vehicles involved were a school bus from Kingman School District. Second vehicle was a silver SUV. Both vehicles made contact, causing the school bus to lose control. The investigation is still ongoing. The school bus ended up coming across all lanes of traffic and striking the barrier cable on the center of the highway. The school bus ended up flipping on its side, and there were multiple students and adults in that school bus. At this point, we know there were approximately 40 people in the school bus. There were 4 adults, 1 being the driver, 3 being chaperones. Immediately on scene, we had a DPS K9 trooper along with Marana police. They were rendering care and extricating subjects from the school bus. At that time, several other units from multiple agencies arrived, began triaging the victims. 4 were in serious condition and were transported immediately by ambulance to Tucson hospitals. During the scene and the evaluation of the folks in the school bus, it was decided to transport them all to various hospitals. Marana School District was gracious enough to bring 2 school buses out. They transported those students and adults to the various hospitals here in Tucson. At that point, we had police escort, DPS troopers, along with medical personnel going to the hospitals with them. These students are currently being evaluated, and adults at the hospitals, with troopers and detectives taking statements. During this investigation, again, this investigation is going to be ongoing for quite a while. The driver of the SUV was arrested. Charges are not going to be disclosed at this time. That will be at a later date while our vehicular crimes unit detectives are out here investigating. At this time, we're looking at probably another couple hours of closure while we investigate the scene, take the proper measurements, document the scene, and then are able to remove the school bus from the barrier cable and the other vehicle. There are a couple of witnesses that saw what happened, and we've taken statements from them. Do I have any questions?
Can you tell us what that SUV driver was charged with to be taken into custody?
He was taken into custody, and the investigation's ongoing. I can't release the charges at this time. That is the purview of the vehicular crimes unit. They can release that later.
Oh my God. Well, you can't say if he was intoxicated or anything like that.
Not this time.
Can you tell us why there's crime scene? Is it because it's a criminal investigation?
Anytime we have any type of serious injury or fatality, we can handle it as a criminal investigation. We secure it with crime scene, so we keep people out of the scene. We do not want to contaminate anything, any evidence that may be there.
You said 40 people on this bus.
Approximately 40.
Yes, and then 4 were in serious condition. We were told by Kingman and a staff member that were transported. Do you have a number of people that have been transported to the local hospital?
Everybody's been transported, not by medical personnel. 4 were transported by ambulance, 1 adult and 3 students. The rest, again, for precautionary reasons. Obviously, it's a pretty traumatic scene. Everybody's bumped and bruised and stuff from this crash. The bus went on its side. We want to make sure, let everything calm down, get them to the hospital, make sure they don't have injuries that they don't know about. With adrenaline buildup, later is when you feel it.
So those 3 students and 1 adult were in that serious condition, transported by ambulance. Can you speak on their condition?
I have no condition at this time. I have not been updated. There are troopers at the hospital along with detectives. At this time, we do not know anything is life-threatening.
Can you share the name of that hospital?
I will not.
Okay, and then I was going to... reunification, are there any plans for that at this time?
There's been contact made with the students were allowed to call their parents immediately at the scene. Some students were missing their phones. They were allowed to use other students' phones to let their parents know what their condition is. So we've been in contact with Kingman Unified School District. All the emergency managers have been in contact. That plan is ongoing.
There's no reunification center at this time?
They're all at the hospital right now.
You said they were heading east?
They were heading eastbound towards Tucson. So.
I think the driver of the SUV was the only person in that vehicle, and was that person injured or?
He was not. It did not appear to be injured. When I saw him getting taken into custody, he was transported to our local DPS office.
And that was the only person in that vehicle?
Yes, ma'am.
And are you able to give any information on the crash itself?
The exact reason and exact specifics, no. We know that both vehicles collided. It appeared to be, again, this investigation ongoing, it appeared the right side of the SUV with the left side of the school bus. Then that school bus veered across the lanes of traffic from the right lane over to the median where it struck the barrier cable and then came up on its side and came to rest.
Were these vehicles in the fast lane? Is that what you mentioned?
I don't have the specifics on which lanes. I can tell you that the SUV was to the left of the school bus. Whether they're in the one being the far left, 2 being the middle, or 3 being the right, I don't have that specifics right now.
How were the kids able to get out?
We had troopers and Marana PD on scene immediately. They were able to get them out and triage them and evaluate and see what needed to be done. So there was a lot of fast, quick action there, along with Northwest Fire coming on scene.
So I was just going to say that with the back windshield out, is that like an exit point?
There's many exit points on the school bus. They have the emergency exits. I don't know which exits. They were already out of the bus when I arrived on scene.
And then just to clarify, so all traffic, I mean, is it just being directed to the frontage roads right now in this area?
So for eastbound, it's being directed down the frontage road, the exit at Tangerine, and then I believe they continue back onto the freeway. For westbound, they are going behind us. There's a road, I don't recall what the name is, but they'll be directed down the road to the north of us. We're good?
Do you know when we can expect a little more information?
The PIO will put the information out when that's available. Again, it's in its infancy stages right now.
Yeah, probably won't be anything tonight.
Nothing else tonight. Okay, sounds good. Thank you guys.
You're welcome.